Boom! What is up, you guys? Hey, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, so we're in week 2, and apparently we have still not come to the point of college to where nobody cares. So you have a theory that basically, like 2, 3, 4 weeks in is when you can start seeing who actually cares about their college education and those that are just like, you know what, I'm gonna stay home and play Call of Duty because it sounds like a lot more fun. Like pretty much it's hilarious. Like if you track a semester and you look at the cars that are in the driveway, you can basically tell which part of the semester you're in. So it's hilarious. Right now, I'm actually, believe it or not, guys, who knew it? I'm running ahead of schedule. I have like 5 minutes before I have a class. That's my version of ahead of schedule. So we're headed in here. Today, basically, I'm gonna hang out on campus all day. I'm gonna show you guys what it's like. I go to a community college. I don't know if I ever told you guys that. I go to a community college. I don't get to go to university. I don't have like a cool life. I go home, go to university, or go to my college, go to class, and then go home. But we're actually gonna hang out on campus today. So you get to see a little bit of that. This is what it looks like when I head into my class. So I hope you guys like that. Stick around, for real, stick around, because there's cool stuff coming. Fun college-y food and working out and pathetic lifestyle stuff. Yeah. Seriously, first problem. Which door to use? Do I be the good person and take the normal door, or take the lazy door? I'm gonna try this. Wow, it's self-service. Ooh. Thank you. No joke, this still perplexes me every single time I walk into the building. Just because I'm like, who designed that? Like, did they really feel like we were that enclosed within a building that we needed that cute little outdoor space? As we're getting out later, but let's go ahead and get to class.
Take out set B from the universe. E, E, F. And set A is A, B, C. All right, now let's finish the rest of B, and you can go to the rest of C for it. Again, doesn't matter how we fill this up, but we always start from the inside out. The rest of B has a blender.
And a stove.
And a stove. Okay, you gotta fill out this next.
Microwave.
All the rest of C, and we have not talked about the So on the test, it's the directions.
Well, the wind just decided to pick up, but we finished that up. The class is finally done, so it's about 12 o'clock right now. Here's my plan. Here's what I was thinking. Because I figured it'd be a lot of fun. I really want to try the gym out on campus. It looks like a lot more fun. And today is mid-leg day. I've already hit push, pull. Those were pretty cool. So now leg. It's always just like the week winds down. Like you're like push, and you're super excited because it's the new start of the new microcycle. And you're like pull, and you're like, well, just worked out yesterday, but I mean it's pull. We're gonna do biceps. Of course we're gonna do biceps. And then the inevitable happens, which is leg day. It's always leg day. But the gym's not available for regular student use until about 1:30. So I have around an hour and a half or more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go try to eat something, and I meant to bring a much better meal, but that's all I got. We're gonna go see if I can find anything better at the student center. If not, we'll chill on that. Got some computer work. Yeah. Okay, so after plenty of searching and my unfortunate need to always be cheap and not spend lots of money, even though I do it all the time, I ended up with this blueberry muffin, which obviously it doesn't have macros anymore on it. So what I had to do was just go into MyFitnessPal and search large blueberry muffin, and I found something that was relatively close, and that's how we track it. So this is my lunch / pre-workout meal. Well, we finally got that done. Sorry, the wind is probably like absolutely absurd to sound right now. But so I just ate that meal, and yeah, it was light, but actually it was perfect. Like it was perfect for a pre-workout meal. Because recently I've just done a lot of like very heavy things like oatmeals or rice or other things that just seem to sit really heavy on my stomach, especially for like a leg day when you're getting down and your core is really contracted. It always just, I don't quite want to vomit, but I get really close. So that meal was really good because it was very high in calories, should have packed in a lot of energy, but it shouldn't sit that heavy on my stomach. So now, headed to my car, go grab my gym bag, it's got my gym gear, all that stuff. Then we're gonna go check out the weight room. So yeah, let's go. So first off, brownie points to you for actually sticking around this far in the video. But I'm actually really excited to be bringing this particular workout because if you watched one of my last YouTube videos called Rapidly Growing Muscle, I like that title, I talked about how I have recently started the Ultimate Hypertrophy program written by Vitruvian Physique. And before I comment on it, I figured I'd let him talk about it.
This program is a lot more structured. There is an actual overall underlining, goal and strategy which follows throughout all 17 weeks or 3 mesocycles, which is just a fancy way of saying that this program is broken up into 3 separate blocks of time, which are not equal.
Yep, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, now you just have to sit there and watch my boring ass workout. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. Seriously, what I want to talk about in this workout, and I'm actually very, very happy that I chose using a leg training session and the footage from that to voice over this particular topic. See, as I approach this program that Vitruvian Physique has designed, especially the first mesocycle is very daunting and very counteractive or counterintuitive to what many people think should be training styles in the gym. You see, the first mesocycle is a low-intensity section, split up between 5 microcycles, the 5th microcycle simply being a deload, and it's high-volume reps, but low-intensity weights, which means, as you can see here, I'm working with 205 pounds. Guys, that's not a lot. Like, people literally use that as their very first warm-up session, and I'm grinding through it. The difference is that I'm doing it for 12 reps, which sucks. But honestly, one of the main things it's been forcing me to do is 2 things. First, it's forcing me to concentrate on actually using my legs in the squat. I mean, like, people talk all the time about how if you want big legs, you gotta squat, right? Like, squats are the way to go. But the funny thing is that, honestly, I was never actually feeling the burn in my legs. I was never feeling the activation of the muscles in my legs. I was honestly feeling the power. I was gaining a little bit of strength, but there was never actually like muscle activation and contractions happening. As opposed to when I drop the weight down to a place where I can do 12 reps, in each and every rep, there's just enough resistance to force me to work hard at contracting my muscles as I press the weight back up into the sky. So though it might seem counterintuitive at first, this first mesocycle of low intensity training is really important because for the other thing is that it helps me work on my squat form so much. It has allowed me to realize some of the things that were really missing in my psychology of the squat and my approach. You see, like, one of the most important parts of the squat itself is glute activation and firing. Like, I've heard this before. I've heard Omar Isuf talk about how you gotta have your glutes firing if you want to have a proper squat. And like, I honestly, I don't think I ever understood what that actually meant until I started doing 12 rep squats, where there's just enough weight, but not too much weight to the point where like you can feel your butt and you can force your butt to do what you're wanting it to do. Like you can force those muscles to contract and fire as you drive back up the weight. And what that's doing is as I train that actual procedure, as I make sure that I'm firing my glutes as I drive the weight up, that allows me to, when I get to a heavier intensity, to actually be ready to do the right thing. Like I can fire my glutes, I can feel them working when I'm trying to press several hundred pounds. And I'm only doing that because I take this first mesocycle and I learn to do this also through my benching, through my barbell rows, and even like pull-ups, obviously. Those are a little bit higher rep. Everything in the low intensity for those major compound lifts is around a 12 rep work. What I do is basically I go from 10 to 12 reps and I pick the weight for the 3 to 4 sets that I'm supposed to execute, and I attempt to go for 12. If I can only get like 3 sets of 12 and 1 set of 10, the next week that I go back in, as opposed to adding back on 2.5 to 5 pounds, I'm going to make sure that I can get all 4 sets of 12. We finish that out so that the volume is complete, and then you go to the next microcycle, and then you add on 5 pounds and work with that new goal of trying to reach 12 reps within that weight. What this is doing, and the way he's designed this, is it allows you to increase your total work capacity. Remember, guys, the volume is your reps times your sets times your weight, which means if you add on 1 or 2 more reps over the week, you're adding on 1 or 2 more reps. That's the pressing of the weight 1 or 2 more times. When you add the entire equation up, your volume is increasing every single week, which means even if the next week you go up in a little bit of weight, but you drop down the reps, that means over the next 2 weeks, as you attempt to get that new weight with the proper amount of reps, you're actually going to be doing really well. So like I said, yeah, right now I'm working in that first mesocycle of a low intensity. Next we'll move to the moderate intensity. This is just your stereotypical bodybuilder training. This is where you're going to be working with 8 reps, 10 reps, and so on. And then the high intensity third mesocycle is just gonna be awesome. It's going to have so many great exercises, well-structured programming, and allow me to press a lot of weight, increase strength, but then also, actually get hypertrophy gains from my workout. So this is what I'm doing. This is how the hypertrophy system is set up. I'm going to link the program down below. I don't want to give too much of it away because, he went through the work to write it, right? But this is what I'm doing, guys. I'm loving it. Honestly, I'm so excited for the gains coming. So yeah, check out the program, look at his videos, and stay tuned for my next update. There we go, I just finished that leg workout. And priority number 1 is to go and find a water fountain. So something I realized a couple months ago, and it happens like literally every single workout, it doesn't matter what I do. I could go in there and just do some simple cardio and abs, but my mouth dries up so quickly and so easily. Like I'm always probably downing a liter of water in a workout just because I'm not even like getting dehydrated. It's just like my mouth gets dry, my throat gets dry. So priorities to go find a water fountain on campus and then get home. It's about a 45 minute to an hour drive home. So it'll be about that long before I get in my post-workout, which I'm okay. I don't really feel like spending the money on something else. I'm not extraordinarily hungry. I'll just get some water. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Shh! Trying to record here, gosh. Okay, so I just remembered that I have this protein bar in my bag. And the thing is that yes, I'm not extremely hungry, but I just finished that workout, and thus if I can get in my post-workout meal within like that hour right after, it's better. It's not necessary. Listen, the anabolic window is totally overplayed. It is not like you're gonna lose your gains, or that somehow your workout wasn't productive or necessary, or that you're not gonna gain the benefits if you don't get in a post-workout meal. Like, just chugging a whey protein shake is not gonna suddenly give you a 20% increase in the gains that you make. No, you are looking at a very, very minimal amount of forward progress that you wouldn't have gained if you get in that post-workout meal. I think that makes sense. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I am personally trying to optimize like every single ounce of what I can do to put on mass in this bulking season. I want to make this lean gain approach as optimal as possible. Thus, it means that right now I'm gonna just smash this protein bar right here. We're looking at 20 grams of protein, 24 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of fat. It does the trick. Like I said, definitely not necessary. It's not like I'm needing this or that I'm bursting enough hunger, but I have the calories. It's about midday, and I'm just gonna go for it, just to get that extra ounce of progress. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what? Okay, I'm tired. I'm gonna go home, listen to a podcast, snack on this, talk to you later when something interesting happens. Last interesting thing I'm gonna tell you guys about before I leave Tampa and head back home, because like I said, be out about 45 minutes. If you can see it, let's see if you can see it. Can you see it? Right out there is the Buccaneers Stadium, literally right across the street from my campus. It's the Raymond James Stadium, I think. Now, if any of you guys watch NFL or you pay attention to football in any capacity, the Bucs suck. Like literally, I've not only do I not have no passion for football, but even if I did, I have no passion for my city's team. When I was little, I did, because I mean, you're 6 years old, you see Bucks memorabilia everywhere. Of course, you're like, I'm the biggest Bucks fan in the world. You know, who's their quarterback? I don't know. What's a quarterback? For real. But it is cool to like sit in my parking lot and look out and I'm like, hey, check it out. Raymond James Stadium. Okay, so real fast, I have a funny story. So what just happened is actually I was driving home and I realized I needed to go back by Plato's Closet. So rewind, in case you didn't know, or like if you just got new to my channel or anything, I used to work at a retail place called Plato's Closet. And more or less, I got fired. I lost my job. I have a whole video and everything on that. There's a lot I learned from it. It's really awesome experience. Yeah, it sucked out to get fired. Like, you know, that obviously demotes your ego down to like nothing. But yeah, anyway, that's a whole other story. The point of today is that I was procrastinating and going back in there because I had one last check I needed to go pick up. And here's the funny thing I've realized about me is that honestly, two things that don't really happen to me is it takes a lot for me to get embarrassed and it takes a lot for me to get offended. But yeah, like it doesn't make me that uncomfortable to be in situations like that where other people would be like, I don't want to go in there and look at my old coworkers. But I went in there and I was just kind of like, hey guys, what's up? Yeah. Oh, I need my last check. Can you go get my money, please? And I'll wait here. And like I just, you know, leaned on the counter, just sat there waiting. So they went and got my last check. And so now I'm at the bank because I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to do a bunch of procrastinating and then getting this into my checking account. So like, let's just go ahead. Let's go get this turned into the bank. But it was just really funny how like, I just wasn't embarrassed. Like there was no, I have so many people that always tell me that they feel awkward. And the point is like, I always say like, if you don't want to feel awkward, don't be awkward. Like it's not that hard. I feel like, yes, I know some people are just a little bit more insecure or they find certain situations really uncomfortable or they just find themselves always in weird situations and acting really funny. But like just for me, whenever I don't want to do something, I honestly believe I have full control over whether or not I feel awkward in a situation, right? And even if worst comes to worst, like they are legit judging you, so what? Screw them. And honestly, like people just don't judge each other as much as we think. We judge others for fear of the fact that they're judging us. Okay, you guys, so I need to end off the vlog. Like, if you haven't noticed, with the past couple of videos, it always seems like I do the vlog. So like, you probably notice I'll do the vlog and then like it'll go on for most of the day and then all of a sudden kind of like you might see dinner or something and it cuts off and then I finish it off the next day. Like we're now on the South Shore campus, which yesterday we were on Dale Mabry. And it's because, guys, in the evening, nothing happens. My life's not interesting. That's when I'm getting my homework done or my video editing or other stuff like that. Like that's when I'm working the 9 to 2 shift. That's because, I don't know, that's just how my life works. Let's sign this thing off. I love you guys. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Like it if you want to. If you don't want to, don't like it. It's up to you. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll talk to you next time.